You tell your friends you're moving to Southeast Asia, and suddenly they think you're starring in the next season of Survivor. Earthquakes? Check. Civil wars? Maybe. Wild monkeys with a vendetta? Surprisingly, also check. But here's the truth. The real danger probably isn't what you're expecting. Spoiler alert. It's not volcanoes. It's scooters, scams, and your own overconfidence. Let's talk about the real safety risks expats face, and why thinking it feels safe might be your worst decision-making tool. Welcome to the Adaptable Expat, where comfort zones go to get properly schooled. Hello, fellow adventurers and dreamers. So let's talk about something that doesn't make it onto Instagram feeds, but really should: safety. When you tell people you're moving to Southeast Asia, or anywhere, really, the first reaction you get isn't always, "That's amazing." It's often, "Is it safe over there? Aren't there earthquakes? Are muggings and murders common there? What if something happens?" Totally fair questions. I had the same concerns before I moved to Malaysia. But here's the deal: what we think is dangerous isn't always what actually is. And the reverse is also true. The comfort zone trap. One of the biggest mistakes I see expats and travelers make is relying too much on how a place feels. If it feels relaxed and welcoming, we assume it must be safe. But safety isn't a vibe. It's a mix of factors, and some are invisible to the eye. Take Phnom Penh, Cambodia, for example. The riverside promenade is beautiful. Lots of tourists. Feels safe, right? But locals will tell you, scooters may zoom by and snatch phones out of your hand without stopping. Not common, but it does happen. Or Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. District 1 is lively, clean, and packed with cafes. But it's also the hotspot for bag snatching. That's not to say you should avoid these places. Just don't let your guard down because it feels familiar or safe. On the other hand, are you likely to get mugged or even see a gun pointed at you? Almost impossible. In most countries in Asia, you have to really do a lot of hard work finding out how to get into a situation where you end up with a knife or a gun pointed at you. Something that happens on a daily basis in broad daylight in many other regions of the world. Hey, we spent a whole week in a country immersed in a civil war, and even then, we didn't get into such a situation. Although my heart broke at the suffering of the regular folks, and I wished I could give everyone at least a decent meal and a roof. But that is a story for a different video. For now, all I can say is that I hope the war ends now. Do your research, not just Google Maps. Before you move into a neighborhood, book long-term housing, or even book a month's stay. Do more than scroll Google Maps looking for reviews or nearby attractions. Ask questions like, is this area lively at night compared to other areas in the city? Are there reports of crime in local expat groups? Is it known for scams or pickpockets? Facebook groups are gold mines for this. In Bangkok, for example, expat forums will tell you exactly which BTS stations are known for grab and run, theft, or which alleyways are sketchy after dark. In short, the locals know. Trust and rely on them. Traffic. The real threat. Okay, this one's huge. If you ask me what the most dangerous part of expat life in Southeast Asia is, my answer isn't crime. It's traffic. In Bali, I saw more injuries from scooter accidents than anything else. It's tempting to hop on a motorbike. Everyone's doing it, right? But the rules of the road are loose, to say the least. Helmet laws are often ignored. Lanes, mere suggestions. In Vietnam, crossing the street feels like a high-stakes game of human Frogger. But there's a method to the madness. Slow, steady, predictable movements. When we checked in our hotel on our first scouting visit to Hanoi, the concierge told us in clear English, start crossing the road at a steady pace as if walking in the park, and never turn back. When you turn back, people die. That last bit kind of killed my image of a walk in the park. It's terrifying at first, but locals do it every day. And you'll learn too. Compare it to back home. Now let's contrast this with safety in the US or Europe. Where I lived in the US, I'd never leave my laptop unattended in a cafe. In Kuala Lumpur, people do it all the time. You'll often see someone leave their phone and wallet on the table while they run to the bathroom. In all the Americas, I never saw a convenience store clerk walk out the store to have a quick lunch leaving it unattended. People would come in and buy goods leaving the money on the counter. I've also felt safer walking alone at night in Chiang Mai than in parts of Rome, Los Angeles, or Miami. But I've also had a monkey try to steal my bag in Ubud. So, you know, pros and cons. By the way, over the years in Southeast Asia, I have collected some extraordinary monkey stories. Let us know in the comments if you would like to see a monkey episode. And please like and subscribe. It is free as rain in Bali and helps these expats help other expats and locals while we are at it. Scams and common sense. Here's another common safety risk: scams. In Bangkok, a friendly local might tell you the Grand Palace is closed today and offer to take you on a tuk-tuk tour instead. Spoiler, it's not closed. And you'll end up at some overpriced gem shop or tailor. In Manila, some cash machines are known for card skimming. Use ones inside malls or banks when possible. Common sense goes a long way here. Don't accept help from overly pushy strangers. Don't flash your wallet or a wad of cash. And never carry your passport with you unless absolutely necessary. Keep a copy on hand instead. Natural disasters. Less of a threat than you think. Now, let's tackle the big dramatic stuff that makes headlines. Volcanoes, tsunamis, earthquakes, typhoons. When you're back home watching the news, it can feel like Southeast Asia is a constant disaster movie set. And yes, these things do happen. But here's the reality check. The odds of you being directly affected by a catastrophic natural disaster are incredibly slim, especially if you're smart about where you live and travel. Most major cities have excellent infrastructure and warning systems. And while a typhoon might mean a few days of rain and a power flicker, it's rarely the end of the world. Unless you're planning on setting up a permanent residence on the rim of an active volcano, your biggest natural disaster risk is probably still that rogue mosquito bite that will bring you dengue hell for a week or so. So what have we learned? Safety is situational. Don't rely on your comfort zone to guide you. Research always beats assumptions. Ask locals and expats what the real risks are. And traffic is your biggest invisible threat. Take it seriously. In Part 2, we're going to build your personal safety plan, how to prepare for emergencies, avoid legal trouble, and handle things like natural disasters and medical needs. So don't miss that one. Until then, stay aware, stay curious, and stay adaptable.